Good afternoon, my beautiful soul followers. So we're doing it old school today. I didn't want to be in my office, so just on the couch, getting ready for clients. And I was really processing through some things because as it is the Monday after New Year's, there's a lot of people kind of getting into a routine, getting into their new routine, and hopefully their routine for the rest of their year. We make so many resolutions that we fall off of. And it was interesting because this live stream today actually really came from a conversation I had a couple days ago. And I was talking to someone in my life and they were like, I know the power of meditation. I know the power of doing X, Y, Z in my life. And yet I don't do it. I see how it can change my entire life and it really, truly transforms my world. And I listened to this person and my immediate response to them was, well, if you truly knew the power, then why aren't you doing it? Where do you truly actually not actually know the power of it? And so you're saying you know the power, but you really don't know it at a heart level. Or where are you so scared of your growth? Where do you really not want growth, so you're choosing not to do it? And then I was like, okay, pot calling kettle black, because I believe we all have areas in our lives where we do this. I was like, I know I need to drink more water, and yet I don't. Well, if I knew the power of that, then I actually really would be doing it. And that sounds really simple, okay? This sounds like a simple, duh, kind of statement of if you know the power of something, you're actually engaging in it. Or that you don't really just want that growth process. But in truth, what ends up happening is we have competing desires in our lives. So you might actually truly want your growth. You might feel like, I really want to start that new business. I really want to start it. I want to get it going. Or I really want my health to feel better. I want to find a healthier me. Whether it's for New Year or for in 6 months. Time doesn't really matter. It's like you want something. But then the question is, what do you want more? Then we get into this conversation about desire, about our desire and our competing desires. Because that person could go, I know I need to meditate. I know the power of meditation. But in truth, at that moment, the desire to be lazy, for comfort, to not look at themselves because there's some fear there, was stronger. And this person was talking so they could kind of move forward. And so it was a very positive, forward-moving conversation, but it was enlightening because I see this with my clients all the time. They're like, I get it, Addison. I see the power of this work. I see the power of the work that you do. I see the power of how I do an energy work session with you, and then all of a sudden I feel amazing, and everything starts clicking in my life, and my body starts to heal, and my bedroom and my connection with my partner is so much smoother. I see it. And yet I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I'm not doing the practices. And it really is, do you want the growth? And where are you scared of your growth? And that's what I really want to talk about today. It's like, yes, we have these competing desires. Yes, we might just be too lazy to do something, or we truly haven't tapped into at a heart level truly freaking knowing the power of something. But when we actually do know the power of something, we're like, no, I've seen how it changes my life. I see how I step up. I see how I feel better. And we're still choosing not to do it. We really have to look in the mirror and look at ourselves and go, why am I choosing not to grow? What aspect of me, my ego, is scared to move forward, is scared to truly have that growth happen? I know a lot of people clients, friends, family, self, they get scared because they're like, I don't want my world to change. Yes, I want my world to change. But any change in our world, any change in our energy also means a ripple effect out to other things in our lives. And so I deal with couples a lot of times, or individuals who come to see me and they're like, I want to work on myself, I want to grow. And one of the things I tell them is, and a lot of times like, I want this to actually bleed out into a better relationships. And I'm like, okay, you need to know that if you're doing your work and your partner's not doing their work, there is always a possibility that it will shift you actually further apart. Further apart. And so there are ramifications to our growth. There are always ramifications to our growth. And so a lot of us are truly scared of our growth. We're scared to step into the things that we know are powerful. And we use things like, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough energy to excuse it. We use that instead of really going, no, actually I'm scared to step in because I know my world will change. And guess what? As humans, we don't love change. It makes us uncomfortable. And from a very biological level, we want to be comfortable. We want a homeostasis in our lives. And even those people who go, no, I want my life to be exciting, we still want some level of comfort in our lives. And so today, and I want to make this kind of short today, if you're looking and going, I know I need to be doing X, Y, Z, whatever that is for you in your life, then ask yourself, why am I not doing it? Why am I choosing not to do it? And drop the excuses. Drop the I don't have enough time, I don't have money, and blah, 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 blah. My kids, my husband, drop the excuses and really look and go, why am I choosing not to do that? Why am I choosing not to to step into that growth? And if the answer is, I'm not scared, it's not a scared thing, then you need to look at where you have competing desires. Where would you rather just be fucking lazy? Where would you rather just maybe go use your money on something else and just own where your priorities are? Just own it. Instead of using excuses and making these excuses, because excuses in our lives don't help us. Us making constant excuses actually just keeps us in our ego, keeps us in a victim mode. And so, just own where you're at in terms of, is it that you're scared of your growth? If you're scared to step into that, and own it and work with yourself there. Have compassion. Have compassion. But at the end of the day, if you're going, I know, if you find yourself going, I know I need to do that, I know, ask yourself, do you know? So number one, do you actually know? And at what level do you know? Do you know from a brain level, or do you know from a heart and freaking soul level? I'm trying not to cuss on this live today. Do you know from a heart and soul level? Then number two, do you have just a competing desire? And you're like, ugh, yeah, I desire to get my health better, but I also desire to sleep in. Guess what? Those are some competing desires. And so you then have to work with your competing desires and find a way to push up that other desire. Find a way to want that more, to visualize it, to really step into the feeling of this other desire. And then if none of that is correct, if you're like, no, none of that really is working, you then need to look at where you're just scared of your growth and you don't really want the growth. And guess what? If you don't want the growth, it's okay too. No, who's telling you have to always want growth? But stop going, I know I need to. And stop using excuses. It's a new year. It's not about beating ourselves up. It's about being compassionate and at the same time loving ourselves enough to call ourselves on where we're finding excuses and trying to get away from actually seeing ourselves better. So just own it. Just own it, and then have compassion, and then maybe take those steps forward to really move into what you need to be doing. So if you're like, I know I need to do energy work, or I know I need to meditate, I know I need to eat better, then go through those questions and ask yourself. And I would love to see below what you're changing this year, what you're stepping up into, and where you're excusing yourself, and what your thoughts are on this. I love to hear y'all's thoughts, your real, authentic thoughts. I love hearing it. I love getting to message you all back. So also on another note, so if you're in the DFW area, I have a workshop that this is 5 years running, the Tantric Energy Reboot. So it is a way to get back into your energy, get re-centered for the year, really pull that energy, and that's happening at the end of the month. You can head over to addisonbell.net and check that out if you're interested in attending. It is only in person though, so if you can't make it to my neck of the woods, sorry, but you can still work with me one-on-one, via in-person, online. I'm all over the place. There's lots of ways to connect with me and work with me, so go ahead and again, go to addisonbell.net and fill out an application to work with me one-on-one. Other than that, go have an amazing week. Really take the time to have compassion and push yourself. And push yourself. Don't stop pushing yourself. Push yourself to that next level this week. And go have an amazing week. An orgasmic week. Have an orgasmic week. All right, guys. I love you, and I will see you soon for another Addison Unleashed.